Yeah, so this is my third attempt at recording this video. I just want to get it all straight in my head. I was just, scrolling through YouTube. It's about 5 o'clock for me. I was just like, oh, just trying to find something to watch. And then I just scrolled past a thumbnail titled Hello Neighbor 3, Devlog 1. This is official, this is from TinyBuild. Hello Neighbor 3 is happening. Okay, so there are probably positives and negatives to this. Let's start with the negatives. So obviously this kind of does mean Hello Neighbor 2 is just dead, basically. It's not going to get updated. And that's sort of what the dude was saying. I'm kicking myself because I don't know his name. I know who he is, I just don't know his name. Yeah, I'll talk about that in a minute. So, the main thing here is, do you remember ages ago I made that video on RBO? Yeah, it turns out RBO is Hello Neighbor 3. Now, so it started off as, and he sort of talks us through this, it started off as the game where you're either an intruder or a protector, and then you just sort of invade each other's houses. They moved on from this a bit, and they made it just sort of, as he said, a more cooperative game mode, where it would be lots of people working together to get into a house, guided by AI rather than other players, to sort of reduce toxicity, which I think actually would have been a really good idea. But from there, the only problem they had was the specific development team had never made an online game before, so it was becoming pretty much impossible for them to do, which is fair enough. And the dude then goes on to say they're going to make it a single player game, Hello Neighbor 3, right? So, we don't really know anything about this. I'm assuming it's probably going to be different to RBO, because obviously that's sort of scrapped now a bit, but it's sort of, at the same time, it's turning into something else. So, and it'll be interesting to see, because he said next devlog they'd talk about it's sort of a bit more of its development and then like its atmosphere and things like that. So I wonder if it will keep the RBO art style or if it will be sort of completely different again. This guy also talked about how basically Hello Neighbor 1 and Hello Neighbor 2 were just sort of his attempts at making a perfect, like a sandbox game where it's obviously breaking into someone's house, and that sort of whole concept. And Hello Neighbor 1 and 2 were the first sort of attempts of that. And this is what I was saying earlier with Hello Neighbor 2. So both those attempts, in his eyes, have sort of failed. I mean, fair enough, but... yeah, so that's why I'm saying Hello Neighbor 2 is probably going to be scrapped now. It's probably not going to be added to because it's another failed attempt. And I don't blame this guy for just wanting to move on and get on to the next sort of attempt. But yeah, oh yeah, and I saw a lot of people in the live chat from the stream. Please, I want to say, please don't hate on this guy for ditching Hello Neighbor 2, because I mean, at the end of the day, right? Games take absolutely ages to develop, and this guy has been trying for. I'm just looking at the calendar to check the year here. 1 minute. It's... I live in a cave. He's been trying for, like, 7 years now to produce something, the thing he'd originally envisioned, right? And life is short. Games take a long time to develop, is basically what I'm saying. So, I feel like we shouldn't blame this guy for wanting to just try again. And I have a feeling he's probably learnt from the past 2 experiences in game making. Hello Neighbor 3, I feel like this is a fresh start. I mean, it's a fresh start for him, but I feel like it's also probably just a fresh start to sort of reset our opinions on Hello Neighbor, because I feel like this guy, obviously it's something this guy genuinely cares about. So yeah, I think there's reason to put our faith in this a little bit, at least. Obviously at the minute we don't know anything about this game. It might not be anything like RBO, but yeah. So I'm just kind of making this video to tell you about it. don't really have anything else to say. Leave your ideas and stuff in the description, I guess. What do you think it's gonna be? Yeah, I'll definitely keep an eye on this, and I'll do like. I'm actually quite excited because I was never really on YouTube for the development of Hello Neighbor 2. I never really played any of the alphas or anything when they came out, but I'm definitely gonna be here for the ride for this one. So yeah, stick around. I will post videos on this whenever I find an update. And yeah, have a good evening, I suppose. This is quite a crazy week. A movie and a third Hello Neighbor game. Alright, well, make of that what you will. See ya.